Alright, so today a little bit of a mechanical issue here on the 7.3 liter in the shuttle bus conversion. Not much converted yet, but it's a work in progress. One of the issues that I noticed the other day was a fuel leak. So there's a diesel leak. There was diesel dripping off the bottom of the engine, and I was like, oh boy, here we go. But it turns out it was actually pretty simple. It was an issue with this line right there. And what's happening is when the engine is running, there's like diesel bubbling out of this line right around this point right here. And then it drips down here, and it drips down on top of the engine, and it runs over the top of the transmission, and so on and so forth. I don't know if this is there's some notion of a diesel return line and a diesel feeder line. This might be a return. So it looks like an easy repair. We're gonna remove this little clamp here. We're gonna remove this little clamp there. I'm gonna pull that section of hose out. We're gonna figure out how long that thing was, and we're gonna cut a new piece out of. Whoop, come on, focus, get there. New piece out of that. That should be it. There's new clips inside of this bag, so let's make it happen. First of all, let's not get diesel all over our hands. Gloves. Safety goggles go on next. We are going to take a plier to these clamps and kind of move them out of the way. Alright, that's dead simple. I'm going to do the same thing over here. That, and the question is this under any kind of pressure? I don't think so. Shouldn't be any. I'm sure some diesel will run out, but shouldn't be too bad. There we go. Alright, minimal. Let's pull this one. There it is. Lovely. That's it. There it is. Alright, so that's the tube. We're not going to keep those clips. We're going to replace those. So now I'm just going to take the new hose, existing hose, cut roughly the same length of the new hose by doing something like that. Alright, so now we've got new section of hose that is equally as long as this piece that we just pulled out. Grab the clips, I'm just sliding the clips onto the new section of tube. There's one, and then we're just going to move it into position for where the the barbs are on the on those inlets, outlets, whatever they are. That goes on there. That goes on there. That's it. Alright. Possibly one of the easiest repairs I've ever done on a car, or truck, or van, or shuttle bus. Okay, that old piece is gone. New piece is in. Now we gotta fire it up. See if we did it right. Alright, moment of truth. Warm it up.